Hello everybody! Today we are in another instance of AIOps Explained. We are detailing the IBM Cloud Pak for AIOps, and in that the version 4.5 release news. And today we are concentrating on an update for infrastructure automation, and then we are giving an IBM Cloud Pak for AIOps demo. So today we have two speakers for that. So Franco Forti, it's a product manager. He will give the infrastructure automation update. And Imran Paniwala, he's a technical sales. He will do the demo for us. So with that, we're going to look into what the overall series is. So the series itself is a multitude of short little videos which are carved out of an enablement session that we did just recently for the 4.5 release. And today we're concentrating on those two: infrastructure automation update and the demo of version 4.5. But before we are going into details, I'd like to highlight where the documentation for the infrastructure automation part is. It is here within the most recent version 4.5.1 of the IBM Cloud Pak for AIOps. And in there you can see a chapter infrastructure automation, and in there you'll find all the details which are covered. And with that, I'd like to hand over to Franco. Take it away.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do a very quick run through just to give Imran some time. But as a recap, infrastructure automation is included in the entitlement for Cloud Pak for AIOps. This is a carryover from Cloud Pak for multi-cloud management. It includes the infrastructure manager as well as a cloud automation manager components, also known as IAM and CAM. We focus on service lifecycle management with day zero discovery and inventory capabilities, with service composition and service deployment catalogs, and achieving day two operations with service lifecycle management, automated provisioning, RBAC, quotas, notifications, and authorization workflows through monitoring events and alerts coming from the environments, and handing that off to Cloud Pak for AIOps, as well as structures for policy, governance, and compliance. And finally, end-of-life service management, either through automations or through self-service tools to terminate applications and services deployed. Please reach out to me if happy to provide some more information on what we can do here and how we're integrating and improving the integration with Cloud Pak for AIOps. With version 4.5, we have enabled topology data visible to Infrastructure Manager to be available in Cloud Pak for AIOps, with further enhancements on the roadmap.
Thank you, Franco, for the quick overview. That was very nice. And now over to you, Imran, for the Cloud Pak demo.
All right, in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to try to cover a few features or highlights, but very quickly wanted to point out to a bunch of folks, there's a what's new page on every release. I'm going to cover a few of these things, but wanted to make sure you guys know where that is. It's in our documentation. All right, with that, let's just jump right into the demo. So going to cover a few features. One of the important features you heard folks talk about, I think Matt spoke about it, is the geospatial feature, right? This is pretty cool. It's there in the demo environment. This is in the Robin environment. And the way to do this is, if you get into resource management, you come in here and you pick, just say, you know what, show me all resources with geospatial data. And what it's going to do is going to bring you back every resource that you have defined in this, okay? So in this case, I am going to go ahead and pull this specific application. And when you click this view on map, you can see the feature. It actually goes out and actually pulls that information. Cool thing about this demo, this thing is, if you zoom in and zoom out, you can see the cluster change as pretty cool. This is telling me there are 32 components in there. Probably one of them has a critical rating. This obviously, some of them have minor, and so on. This is pretty nice to be able to zoom in and zoom out, okay? You can also click on any one of them and just say, you know what, just show me this specific cluster. I want to see everything that's happening here, okay? So as you can see, it should drive right into it. Very nice feature. We talked about filtering. There's a lot of ways we've heard people talk about saying, hey, you know what if I wanted to see only a certain type of thing? Suppose you're working with a data center team and they care about being able to see only where all their data center locations are. Or you're working with a telecom or someone else out there and they say, I want to see only specific locations, right? So in this case, we have those filters. you can define them. But I have some predefined filters in this demo environment. So for example, in this demo, we have a lot of train stations. It's all about train stations. So if I want to go ahead and say, you know what, show me all my underground train stations. If you click this, you can see how quick and easy it is. It changes that very quickly. Similarly, if I want to say, you know what, show me where all my physical servers are that is handling all of this workload, I do that and it's all coming down to that one data center. If I click that, it shows me the 3 different components in the data center and what they are. I think it's pretty cool as think about it. If somebody has a lot of shops or somebody has a lot of those components, they can easily filter in and out of this area. The resource details provides a lot of information. Again, location, where exactly it is, neighboring components that are having an issue or not having an issue, and so on. So that's the part that I wanted to show about geospatial data. So I will go in here and I will go into this incident view. Another nice new feature that has happened is, some of you have already seen this, the alert view. You can go ahead and you can now customize your alerts. That was a feature that was available. Now this same feature has actually also been made available in the incident view. You can come in here and you can create a duplicate view of a specific view, or create a completely brand new view of your data if you don't like what you're seeing in these fields. So if I click on this and say, you know what, go ahead and duplicate this selected view, it gives me the options and what components, columns that I can add, and so on. So it gives me that ability to be able to do that. So that's one of the other features that we have. Another thing, in the AIOps 4.4, 4.5 version, a lot of you probably are used to seeing connections and components. Everything has been renamed to integrations. All of our connections are based on integrations, and the integrations, if you click on it, is actually divided up into a lot of different types of categories now. Example dashboards. Franco covered this just to show you. If I wanted to go ahead and say, you know what, show me all my alerts top 10 dashboard. These are the dashboards that are available, that are there for you to take a look at it. This is showing me my alerts by top 10 by resource type. If I wanted to go ahead and say, you know what, I want to go ahead and see the workflow, or if I want to see a timeline, if I want to see only critical, I just click the critical and it will just show me that. So pretty nice interface to be able to play around with it. Another last dashboard that I want to show you is the alerts workflow. This is another screenshot that was showed in the demo. If I open it up, it breaks it down and gives you a lot of options that you can filter by. Yeah. Right, what else did I have? Log anomaly detections. A lot of you guys know log anomaly detection, as I think a couple of Warren spoke about it. It's all based on golden signals. So in this case, what the attempt has been is to bring this alert data, log anomaly data, as an alert. So in this case, I am seeing a lot of alerts, right? If I go ahead and open up a specific alert, I can go ahead and open up this new interface, which shows me saying that, hey, here is everything that I can see about the log anomaly. I'm going to expand the chart very quickly, show you this is what it is showing me in terms of the data that is coming in from the logs. A couple of very quick features. You can put a start date and an end date. If I want to change this data, say, you know what, just show me the start date from April 3rd to April 5th, you can see it quickly changes. Another thing I want to point out in log anomaly, there's a pinned start date. What does this mean? This means is that is the date where we can show you logs from. So not only do you have a graph view out here, but you also have a way you can look at the actual logs in the system. So in this case, it's returning all the logs that are getting captured as part of this specific log template. So you can actually correlate the data. One last cool thing, you can also do a launch to the aggregator. And as you can see, in this case, it's launching directly to the log aggregator that you set up with. And again, you can export it, you can launch into the aggregator, you can do a lot of cool things. Last thing, going back to the chart, I want to show you, I got confused with this, and this is some feedback we've given back. But if I wanted to even like resize this window, right, I can go do that. I can see the graphing, I can see there's an anomaly. Suddenly out here, this went a lot lower. So that's my log anomaly. And then this, when you see this purple, this is basically the dotted line is the future. So some of those things are mentioned out here. If it's a solid line, it's basically the actual data. If there's an anomaly where it's happening, and the forecast view is out here as well. And last, this pin, this big black line that you see is showing us when the log actually starts from. So that's the pinned data. So if I remove that, as you can see, the line goes away, and that is it. So I will stop here because I know we are on time. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. There are a couple of demos available for everyone to use. Thank you, team.
Thank you, Franco and Imran, for the demo and the overview of infrastructure automation. That was really cool. I liked it. Learned a lot. So I'd like to thank you for your time to prepare the presentation and the demo, as well as I'd like to thank the audience for spending some time with us. And with that, I'd like to close this video of today and see you another time in AIOps Explained. Bye.